You joined me in the 500e Abarth. Now, I've driven the Fiat 500e before, not the Abarth version. Now, I've heard this already going round. Amazingly, you can hear it, the electric car. It's got sound generators on the outside. Certainly sounds interesting. I'm already loving the steering wheel, the slightly like Alcantara style effects. Nice bits of leather as well on the side, but other than that, very similar to the Fiat 500e. Seats crested in with the Abarth logo. Yeah, very body hugging, can't really complain. Be interesting to see what it's like on the move. On that note, let's go for a move. Let's see what this this is like. Right, I've put this straight into Scorpion track mode. How cool is that? And you can hear the noise. I don't know if you can, how much you can hear it on camera. I can certainly hear it, and it's coming out from the back. So that sounds pretty interesting. You can see the gauges here. I've got power, I've got battery level, battery. So it makes it look a lot more like, yeah, a lot more sporty. The wheel feels really nice. Yeah, this is going to be super interesting, you know. I guess I could try it in eco, but where would be the fun in that, you know? And you can just change that just by down here. You can just scroll through the mode. So you've got Scorpion Street. I've got the automatic regen on, Turismo. And yeah, Scorpion Track makes more sense in my side. And if you're in track, it acts more like a car. So if you lift off the accelerator, it doesn't brake hard, which is basically like the regen braking. The noise is hilarious. Range is a little bit interesting. It's only got 34 miles left, so it's not like huge amounts of range, but then it isn't a big battery, so that's going to be why on that side. The noise is just so interesting, because it's like, why does it have noise in a in an electric car? Well, this one does. Unfortunately, it doesn't really sound like to me it's coming from any sort of reaction from the throttle pedal. So that's a little bit interesting. But hey, we can't complain. You know, at the end of the day, they're trying something new. How it actually drives is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Certainly from the Fiat, I really enjoyed the Fiat 500 I had before. I had no complaints, first of all, with the speed, or even like the handling. It felt really good. This is obviously a lot more sportier. Looks the part in blue. I like the steering wheel. I like the 12 o'clock kind of marker. I think that's really cool. And I'm going to find it really interesting to see what it's like getting up to speed as we kind of, yeah, get on with this one. But what do you guys think of like some of the dials? I think it looks all right, you know. We're pulling out of a typical junction, front wheel drive. Let's see what it's got. Okay, that's hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, okay, so now the sound kind of works quite well with the throttle pedal when I'm on the move. When you're sort of idle, it's just, when you're sort of just cruising like I was, it was more for show. Yeah, no problems with speed. I mean, we're up to the speed limit pretty quickly there. Obviously no gears, being electric. Feels quite nimble, feels quite light. A little bit firmer than what I've had before. Yeah, you're certainly moving around. It's a light car. It's on its toes. Like all electric cars, it feels very sort of like, you know, on the button in terms of you put your foot down, you've got the response, which is quite nice. Yeah, flipping heck, it feels all right, you know. Really does. And good on the brakes. You certainly can't miss it. You definitely can't miss it. Oh wow. Yeah, good fun so far. It's gonna be interesting to see what this is like as I kind of get more familiar with it. But I'm glad I've had a lot of time actually. I had a month with a normal Fiat 500e. So to try the full-on Abarth in Scorpion mode, and I actually believe this is the one where the roof can come down, but it's the cabriolet. I don't think I'm going to risk it given the fact that grey clouds are ahead. it makes electric try to be fun. That's all I'm looking for, and this feels nice and fun. I like an Alcantara steering wheel. You know, someone like Porsche will charge you tens of thousands of pounds just to have a car with something like that in. Nice leather at the top, the quality feels good. Feels really quick, really quick. It's not slow is the first thing, but then the standard one, I wasn't ever complaining about the speed. This, with its slightly more firmer ride, definitely does lead to a bit more engagement, but I'm gonna have to spend a little bit more time driving it to really get up to speed on that front. We've got some tight and twisty roads, but yeah, let me get a bit more up to speed with it, and yeah, you'll join me back shortly. So yeah, very happy to have spent some time in this car. It feels very race car. I love the blue. It's so nice, and actually all the qualities kind of around the car are very nice. You know, the roof is good. It's just started to rain, otherwise I was going to take it down, but yeah, I guess for that sort of like, yeah, that kind of thrill, and the fact that it actually makes a noise is pretty cool. You know, for an electric car, they're trying something new. They're just trying to make it, yeah, a bit more interesting. But if we go, yeah, foot on the brake and push the start button, and you can hear the noise. I don't know if that could be turned off, but yeah, there we go. That noise, it's just funny. I quite like it in Scorpion track mode, so we'll go for that. Straight into drive, and we'll make a move. Yeah, I think I've timed this quite well with the way the weather's going. I quite like the performance dash. I think it's a car that you could really just get into and have a little bit of fun. And that's what, you know, hey, we live short lives. Have fun. That's what I try on my channel. So they're trying to make electric a little bit more fun and a little bit more entertaining. Now, noise-wise, you know, it's up to you what you think of it. You know, it's an electric car, so it's not going to sound like anything. So they're trying something with that. It's very quirky. There's also like I mean, I would go for a standout colour in this, because it's pretty good. In Scorpion track mode, yeah, the steering's a little bit, I'd like a little bit more feel. It's certainly trying to feel a little bit more like a car rather than an electric car, if that, you know, a car with an engine. It might take some time to refine things like the sound. Yeah, it's a slightly firmer ride in this kind of variant. What a ride. Love driving around in small cars. They're so just able to get hold of everything. I mean, you've even got a drag race mode. I don't know if that means you can time 0 to 60. Yeah, it looks like you can. Yeah, so drag race mode can time 0 to 60. So there you go. So it shows its intent. But yeah, if we you know, it's not slow. You get a lot of braking from the regen, because obviously it's charging the batteries as you do it. It's pure fun. I wouldn't mind spending some time charging this up, simply because that certainly shove, that sort of 0 to 50 shove is really good. Interested to know what you think, how they've done this with the Abarth, with the noise on the outside. I'll try and get some footage to show what other people are like driving it from the outside, because it makes a right racket. It doesn't mess around. Can you have fun on a twisty road? Yeah. Throttle response is obviously instant. You know, I took that corner at 50. I'm not really having any problems. Yeah, I'm trying to drive more electric cars which make me smile. I spent some time in the Polestar 2 and I was smiling with that. This is obviously a lot lighter, a lot more agile. Am I getting a massive amount more than a normal 500e? I think actually, in terms of acceleration, it's not feeling that much different. Suspension wise, it's definitely feeling firmer. And yes, I'm getting less roll in the corners, no doubt about that. Looks wise, it obviously stands out a lot more than the normal 500e. And yeah, the wheels look very nice. It's coping, it's getting along with things. I would like more weight in the steering. I've been playing around with the modes, and this is probably as weighty as it gets. Not as much feel as I would like, which is a shame because it's such a on the toes car. Like, I'm driving it from the seat of my pants rather than from the two front wheels, because being a front wheel drive car. Yeah, smile factor 10 out of 10, no complaints. Good little car. Noise wise, would I take it or leave it? Not so sure. That whole electric vibe of just being able to fly up to speed, just crazy. It's really good. I mean, what do Fiat 500 enthusiasts think? You know, it's a classic little tiny car. Very, I suppose the best words I would say is it's kind of a bit of a fashion accessory in some ways, and I kind of still stand by that. Yeah, I mean, it's got, the steering wheel feels quite nice quality, and there's some nice touches, but it still is, you know, there's a lot of plastic kind of going on. But I think, I mean, the main thing is to try and make these cars more affordable now. A fun electric car, and that's what you know, is give and take. There's a lot of money that goes into making these kind of cars and to getting them to where they are at. And this, you know, there has to be pros and cons to get to that kind of state. Very enjoyable, very fun, and yeah, a super good laugh. Range, a little bit of range anxiety there, but I had that with the last one, sort of around 150 mile range. But other than that, you know, they're trying to make electric more fun, and you know, I can give them a thumbs up for that. That's a big part of it for me. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's very much a community channel, so yeah, comment below, and yeah, like, share, subscribe. Plenty more content to come.